So many of the videos that I have tried to give here on YouTube are about the struggle of overcoming the belief in a concrete individual who is a real entity prior to birth, that is the self-same identity across time, that is something over against society. It's these basic core beliefs that almost all of my videos have tried to challenge. I've tried to suggest that a self is an achievement won through engagement with others over time, and their struggles not only to learn to find who out there in the world ought to be getting our attention, right? I mean, the problem with the information age is that information is no longer the scarce commodity. Attention is, right? Attention is the scarce commodity. And there's only so much you can pay attention to, so the price becomes who will you pay attention to? Who will you listen to? The fact that many people are here preferring to entertain themselves to death, it's almost like it's a confession and or an admission that the ship is sinking and it's hopeless. I mean, is that what it is? Or is it a statement that, look, hey, none of this is all that serious, there's going to be no problem, society's fine. Okay. It's really odd. Again, the amount of, I guess, just airing of beliefs as if beliefs made one who one is. Like, imagine a world where we could say to people that what you have accomplished, what you actually have done, how creative you are in actual productive deed, let's see your art, let's see your writings, let's see your videos, let's see the food that you produce, dance a dance for us. Are your great accomplishments how many plates of food you can knock back and or beers you can polish while you watch the television, sitting around? Oh, you're really good at the point and click. Oh, wow, you can point and then click things? Oh, that's impressive. I think a lot of people are impressed with some pretty heavy-duty point and click while people are sitting around feeding themselves. This is even better. You're a good shopper. Oh man, that is impressive how people are able to pick out that product. Oh, you bought that. Oh, that's interesting. From a selection of items. Oh, wow. It's pretty cool. That's neat. Wow, discriminating taste. I mean, think of how it must be to a child. They're walking down the aisle of some big super mega mart with 80 gajillion things all in all directions, right? And then there's the parent walking with the kid down the cart, and the parent walks over there and grabs an item and then puts it in the basket and then pushes the cart a little further. I mean, the kid must be mystified. They're going, wow. Imagine that. The parent knew what to decide, how to pick that out of there. I mean, hunting and gathering, just like, wow-wee, what targeting capacities. Amazing. Maybe that's the real tragedy. We've become a consumer society. I don't think it's capitalism. It's not. It's individualist consumer capitalism. People need a collectivist producer capitalism where people genuinely care about what they're doing, where they take time and effort to make images of great beauty, and then with those images they generously share with others. Right? Suzanne Langer has this great line where she says that life is at its best when we confidingly recommend our mud pies to one another for their acknowledgement. It's like, yeah, life is a kind of creation of mud pies, but when you're there and another person says, hey, I like your mud pie, it's kind of nice. I think that's what, at least part of what life is about. Uh, the question, though, of what will happen to people in the larger future, I don't know. Who knows? Is there an afterlife? I don't know. Who knows? Is there a God? What would we mean by God? What do you mean by divinity, afterlife? All these kinds of stuff. I don't know. I guess the debate will go on. I don't think anyone will ever have the answer to any of those things. The fact that it doesn't have an answer, though, should we would want to be very careful not to believe in any kind of dogma that's going to distract us from taking care of one another here and now. Uh, for me, and I'm happy enough to be wrong. I'm happy enough to be wrong. My belief is that all of the great teachings are metaphors. They're trying to help us learn to see that life itself is eternal, and that we right now are the self-aware cosmos, that individuation, the experience of separation, is a momentary illusion, and every day you fall asleep, and while you sleep, you rejoin the eternal home that you've always been, and when you wake up, you fall into the illusion of being who you think you are when you're awake. And so the dance begins, and the earth haunts itself as another. The earth is a one that couldn't be one without two, and we are the dialogical complement to a self that couldn't have itself except by losing itself. Humanity is a ship. We're so much more than of our genes. Our genes are certainly made us the plastic being that could be rounded out by culture, but it's culture that's doing the rounding. At this point, I've said it before, cultural evolution is radically outstripping natural evolution, especially as you start to look at the new wave technologies that are coming with every kinds of neuroscience, nanobots, the kinds of stuff that you're going to see in the next 50 to 100 years will demonstrate very radically. But cultural evolution was probably starting to be outstripped at least as early as 1600s, if not 10,000 years ago. I mean, if you're going to really push it to literacy, the explosion in the idea of sacred geometry, in the idea of knowledge that's conveyable and is an exportable commodity, radical revolution in evolution. But to just say that it's a meme, and then meme, oh, that's nice, it rhymes with Gene, we're waiting for a guy with a white lab coat to come out and tell us what's going on. There's something very different going on than just memes. You can talk about it that way. Well, I would prefer that people really study metaphor, study more about, you want to read Elmar Holenstein's work on Roman Jakobson, at the very least. There's so much on metaphor and metonymy. Go read Nietzsche's wonderful little essay, Truth and Lies in the Ultramoral Sense. And I guess I'll close up here. Please, if you send me an email, and I will blast you off a PDF on reading good books, and I'm happy to maybe see if I can't start some kind of reading group where we're going to have actual texts of people, and we'll try to find some good things that are available, maybe things online, and see if we can't read things together. I think if there's going to be a phoenix out of the ashes here, it's going to be something more orchestrated by way of a public intellectual engagement that's more of book culture, and then using this as a grounding from that. Okay.